Brock, are you ready?
Yeah.
For the questions?
Let's do it.
All right, so here we go. We're going to jump in with Miss Amy Vaughn. She's a huge fan of ad-free shows, and she's got a number of questions. So here we go, guys. Some of these questions you both can answer, so just take your time, and we'll go back and forth here. She wants to know both of your middle names and asks if either of you were named after anyone in particular. So, Brock, we'll start with you. What's your middle name, and were you named after anybody in particular?
So I'm the only one in the Lundy family without this middle name of the boys. It's Alexander. Now, if
Brock
Dad
Alexander. Okay.
Yep. If Dad wants to take that away and tell his middle name.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Anthony for me and Anthony for Barrett.
Okay.
Brock, I wanted to have different, and that just is a strong name, Alexander, for me. I like it. The mom gave them their first names, which were very unique. Barrett and Brock, cool names. Those names you remember, and that's why. She's smarter than me.
I like it. So Brock Alexander, and then yeah. So that's fun. I love it. And Amy's bringing all kinds of fun questions this week. Stuff that we don't normally get to talk about. Brock, one of the questions that she also had was, listen, you were born in 1997. She wants to know when you realized who your dad was, as in Arn Anderson, the founder of the Four Horsemen. So at what point in your life did it really kind of hit you who he was in professional wrestling?
So, like you said, I was born in 97. So I know I look much older than I am. So people have a hard time figuring out how old I am and when I was born and how much of my dad's career I actually saw. He retired. I think he gave the Nitro speech at 6 months, August of 97. So I'd have been 6 months old. So I never got to see him wrestle. We were talking about this at a signing in New Hampshire this past weekend. It came up at a panel. The first real moment I remember realizing he was somebody that had to do with this whole big theatrical production that was wrestling was WrestleMania 18. It was his first WrestleMania with the company. He had brought us with him up to Toronto, and we were up in the big in the Sky Dome. They had like the big air boxes, like almost in the ceiling. And I think we were in there with Christian's parents, believe it or not. And I remember we were sitting there and we were watching the match, Rick versus Undertaker, and they're having this match. And I can't see. I'm 4, and it's like 1,000 yards to the ring, it feels like, from all the way up there. And my mom kind of gives me the Iggy and just says, hey, you want to watch this? Okay. So I'm watching, and I just see this little ant creeping down the side of the ramp. And he's just ducking, and he slides in. And when he slides in, I look up to the big Jumbotron right there. And it's my dad, and he hits the Undertaker with a Spinebuster. So most people think, wow, that must have been really cool to see. This is the flip side of the coin, being in my shoes. Yeah, he hits the move, big deal on the Undertaker. Yeah, okay. So he slides out of the ring. He takes one 6-inch jab from the Undertaker and hits the deck. When he comes back up, he is fully covered in a crimson mask. I'm 4 years old. I'm terrified. I don't know what's going on. I see my dad up on this big screen bleeding like a stuck pig. I had a nervous breakdown.
Just bawling your eyes out.
And I don't remember any conversation afterwards calming me down or explaining what had happened. He was just kind of like, oh, yeah, he got one on me.
I'm okay, son. It's all
Yeah,
right. Don't
I
worry
got
about
it.
I love it.